Hey folks, welcome back to another Project Motor Racing video, and today we're going to have a look at the GT4 F1 Engines pack by Eagles Modding that has just released. I have had early access to this pack because Eagles is my friend, and so I can take you through this pack in a little bit of detail fairly early, hopefully, assuming I release this video promptly. So this pack contains 6 cars and a bunch of career championships for that car if you play in single player. So let's just have a quick look at the description. So the pack consists of 6 GT4 cars that have been given F1 inspired engines. So the V12, a V10 and a V8 variant. The really cool thing that Eagles has done has balanced all of the cars so that they have similar lap times on the Spa circuit. If you play with them on other circuits, the performance might vary a little bit. They've been given some extra downforce options and some stiff suspension options. And as I said, in the career mode, there are some championship options, so you can play it in single player as well. They have all of the GT4 championships, and Eagles has created a world tour for them, which we will have a look at. There is a day and a night variant of that you can pick from, and it's quite a nice prize pool if you win. And he has had a look at using the Jasper Pedersen setups that are on ModHub for the GT4 cars, and they work pretty well with his cars because they're based on the GT4 chassis. So if you want to get some setups for the cars, you could have a look at how those are configured and copy them across. So let's have a look at what cars are in the pack. Don't look at any of those mods for any maybe little previews of things that might be coming. So let's go into race weekend initially. And so the GT4 F1 cars are in their own class, obviously. So we've got the Aston Martin Vantage. You'll see that they have different horsepower and torque ratings so that the pack cars are balanced in terms of performance. So this one has 671 horsepower, 200 something odd pounds of torque. You'll notice I use maybe a weird mix of units because I'm from the UK and also have a weird background. So I like horsepower and kilograms. I know any of you triggered. So I've got the Aston Martin with all of its base game liveries. We've got the BMW M4 GT4 with its liveries. This one's got a bit more power. The Camaro. So engine wise, so that one had a V12. BMW's got a V12. The Camaro, being American's got a V8 in, obviously. We like a V8. Well, the Americans like a V8. As has the Mustang. You'll notice the powers are changing as we go through. The Mercedes has a V10. And then we have the Toyota with a V10 as well. These things howl and they sound absolutely awesome, and we will get into one in a little while. In terms of the career mode, if we come down to here, I've got a career setup ready so we can have a little look. So you've got all of the GT4 class championships which have been converted across, so you can play those if you want. And then we've got the world tour. The day and night versions are the same other than the time that you race at. So if I enter one of those, you can see these are all 12 lap races. They don't have practice, they just have qualifying and then into the race, but the qualifying is a little bit longer than the standard career mode. I have race length set to a half, so these are all 12 lap races if you play on the ×1 race length. So we've got Daytona, Sebring, Lime Rock Park, Canadian Tire Motorsport, Lexington, Monza, Silverstone, Spa, Nürburgring, Spielberg, San Marino, KR, I'm awful at pronouncing things, Mount Panorama, Donington, and Zolder. So it's a 15 race tour. It is quite a long tour, but the prize at the end is pretty hefty. Let me just check actually what the prize is for winning the tour. Oh, one moment, dear viewer, please. I've done some prep, but one bit that I missed out on prepping of. So if you could just talk amongst yourselves for a second. First place is $750,000. Second place is $450,000. So yeah, it's a pretty nice reward if you do win the championship. So yeah, that's the details of the pack. Let's jump into one of the cars, and you guys can see what they sound like and what they perform like. Now, please bear in mind, I am not the best driver in the world and will not highlight these in the best of their capability. Something else to bear in mind before we get into the cars, you probably want to run manual gear shifting. Modding in Project Motor Racing is a learning experience for us all at the moment, and we are learning the different things that you need to do to make these cars work properly. And auto shifting in the version that's currently out doesn't work brilliantly. I know Eagles is working on a update to the mod which will improve auto shifting, but for now, manual shifting is definitely the way to go, which for me sucks because I like auto gear shifting, because keeping the thing on the track is my challenge with how I play. So yeah, let's jump into one of the cars and we'll have a look. So I've gone for the Mercedes. We are at Silverstone, and yes, I may struggle with driving this car. We will see. I'm, as I said, not the best driver. So yeah, and there is going, no doubt, to be updates. There'll probably be feedback from other people playing with the cars, using cars, that kind of thing. Do not bug the modder or other modders about when updates are going to come to mods, when more mods are going to come, and all that kind of thing. It's incredibly annoying as a modder when people do that. So yeah, be patient, mods will come over time. So I need to change this to do as I said and have manual gear shifting, because as I said, I usually play with automatic gear shifting on. So, and I do play, well, I'm playing with a controller. I sometimes play with a wheel, but predominantly I play with a controller. So yeah, we will see how we get on. I'm probably not going to show you a whole race, because that will take a little while, and I should have maybe set up a shorter race. And we might jump to some of the replay so you can hear some of the other cars. But yeah, I've only driven these a little bit as well. I got hold of this yesterday, and I'd got home from a long day at work. So these are, I don't normally drive the GT cars. I have, but the GTN cars, I'm still a new to this kind of game driver, as you can see, and I suck. I've spent a lot of my time driving the MX-5. I was creating the stupid version of the MX-5 because I thought it would be fun. I still can't drive that car properly, although I'm working on an update to that. When it will be available, I don't know, but the update to that is a bit more drivable, which is good, because the unupdated version is very undrivable, I find. But yeah, so I'm not used to driving a car with so much power and that is so fast. So that's why I'm at the back of the pack, and I didn't bother doing qualifying. I switched qualifying off, so yeah. Probably those of you that are better drivers will show these cars off in a better light, and that's fine. This was really just to talk to you about what's in the pack. Yes. Talk to you about the fact that you do need to run manual gear shifting to get the best out of the cars. And yeah, just highlight that the mod is available now. at the point that I've released the video, because some people seem to struggle with finding mods. I can't show you where to download the mod at the moment because currently it's not available to download because I'm recording this video in advance. But it will be available through the in-game mod hub once it's released. If you're sitting there saying, well, wow, this guy sucks at driving, why has he got the mod already? Yeah, I suck at driving, it's the thing. Thankfully, the AI sucks less at driving than I do. And talking and driving is hard, I will say that. What we'll do is I'll jump out of this, I'll jump into the replay, and we'll have a quick look at how some of the other cars have done. So off they go, and it's just a whole load of howling silly engines, which is pretty cool actually. Let's just jump to one of the other cars. That's one of the Mustangs, I think, so that's got the V8 in it. Yeah, as I said, there will be updates to this at some point because there are things as modders we are still learning how to do, and that will probably improve things quite significantly. You might find, for example, that the driving line is maybe not quite perfect for how these cars are set up. You'll just have to adjust. I know, particularly for the MX-5 V8, it's really badly set up. So yeah, but currently we're not sure how to adjust it. We know what we need to adjust, but we're not sure how to adjust it. So yeah, it will improve, I'm sure. He's got a shunted front end. Let's jump to another car. Yeah, these are awesome cars to drive if you're a good driver. I am not a good driver. I will keep saying that because I'm sure some of you are going to comment and point that out. Anyway, yeah, that is the GT4 F1 engine pack by Eagles Modding, available now. Go have fun, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.